Hi guys, this is a Crafty space tour and it's an updated one. And obviously it's a new space because I moved recently. So this is my new space and I'm standing back so you can get a better overall look of it. And the lighting isn't going to be that good in this video. And I've tried at different times to film this and it's just the setup of the room doesn't allow for very good lighting. So sorry about that in advance. But this is my crafty space and it is still part of my bedroom, but I have a larger space because I have a larger bedroom. So this whole corner is my crafty slash office space. And I really made it my own, so I have posters of things that I like and it's just my happy place. So now I'm going to get closer so you can see more in detail. So I won't go through each individual drawer, so it won't take so long. And most of the drawers are the same as they were previously in my previous videos, so I don't have to go through each one, so I'll just give you an overall look of it. So let's start over here. So right here I have my Cricut mats hanging on a thumbtack, and I just do that to keep them handy and they're fine there. And then there's one of my Star Wars posters. And then we come down and there are a bunch of plastic containers with just brads and googly eyes and just little knickknacks, resin pieces, those types of things. And then this has my chalk markers. Then here are my colored drawers, and you're going to see a lot of new storage for me because the only storage systems or containers that I was able to bring over here were my colored drawers. All my other storage containers, my Sterilite drawers and all that, got left behind. So I was able to bring the colored drawers because they're easy to take apart and they store, they don't take a lot of space. So there's those, and then what you see there are labels of what's in each drawer. Then we come over here and there are just my laptop and my Wii Fit. This table is a utility table from Walmart and it's really nice. It measures about, I think, 6 feet, and it's perfect for this corner because this corner measures around 8 feet, so there's enough space for a colored drawer on each side. So we have here a new Sterilite container that I purchased for my 6x6 paper pads, and I got these instead of the clear ones because I thought they looked nicer, and they only cost like $2 more than the other ones. And they have this like woven pattern, which you won't see too well on this one. You'll see it a little better on the other one, but they're both identical. Then up here is just my paper trimmer, and on the top I have some gum and then I have a paper that tells me my distressings, and I have another one, which if I can reach it, I can share it with you. Let me just move this from here. Here it says what brand of paper pad is in each drawer. I could obviously just open and look to see which one's in each, but if I don't want to do that, I could just look here and know what's in each drawer. And then here are just my stickles, and this is a paper that says what's in each of my stamp binders. So that way I don't have to rummage through all of my supplies. So there's that. Let's just put that back where it was. And here are just my paper pads. So here I have a bunch of those. So all 3 drawers have 6x6 paper pads. Then over here is just a clear mat, which I also got at Walmart because we do have carpet, so I needed a clear mat just to move my chair around. So there's that. And then we're going to come up to the table again. Here is what I had before. This is just my, what are these called? I forget the name of these things, but I got this at Marshall's, and I keep my stamps in here, my 4x6 stamps, so lawn fawn, paper smooches, that sort of thing. And then I have these little labels that tell me what order they're in. The only one that really doesn't need one is Lawn Fawn, because from here all the way back are Lawn Fawn. Then we come over here. Here's my Cuttlebug. There's just a Wizard of Oz snow globe, which I got after Halloween for really cheap, 90% off. And it's really cute because it's not Halloween themed, so I just keep that there. And it does play music, so I just keep that there. These are just my little tool drawers. They don't have really anything right now because I haven't sorted through them, but that's where I keep little knickknacks that I gravitate towards the most. So just like little paper clips, thumbtacks, that sort of thing. Here is my Martha Stewart mat, which I've had for years. I got it at Big Lots a long time ago. And there's my slice mat. Over there is a little container that I got at Target where I keep all my Spectrum Noirs. On top of it are some baby wipes, and then this little caddy I got on clearance at Office Depot a while back as well. And I have there my corner chomper, Tim Holtz scissors, ink blending tools, glossy accents, all that sort of thing. Just little tools that I use frequently. There's my ATG gun. There's my Erin Condren planner. There is my little bill book. And this is like the ones that I've seen people sharing from Dollar Tree, but I got this one at Dollar General, and it is sturdier than the Dollar Tree one. I don't remember how much this one was, but I think it was maybe $1.50, $2, maybe even $1, and it's really sturdy. So I just keep my receipts in there, and I just leave it there. Then there's my Cricut Expression, and I'm so happy to be able to have it on top of my table because I haven't been able to do that in a long time. So I keep that there. Up here is my Legend of Zelda poster, which I got recently and I really love. So I put it there. And over there is another Star Wars poster. Then we come down here, and this is just a little, what are those things called? Just a little block that I got from Target. And it just says, today is a great day to learn something new. So I leave that there. And then that little Winnie the Pooh is from my nephew's baby shower. My nephew is 12, so it's pretty old, so I keep that there. I think it's cute. These are just some of my Funko Pops, and those I rotate, but now I just have 2 of them there. This little mat is from the Dollar Tree. It's that heat-resistant mat that I purchased a while back at Dollar Tree, and I haven't used it for heat yet, so I don't know how well that works, but I just leave it there. Then we come down here, and this is my Martha Stewart scoring board, and underneath I have 2 adult coloring books. And these drawers, the bottom 2 have paper pads. The top one has sticker books. So these are all my sticker books, and I have them labeled. So here are my Valentine's Day ones. These are spring and Easter. Back here I have summer, fall, and Halloween, and then back there is Christmas and winter. So there's that, and then those 2 have paper pads. Over here is just my tripod and a photo album. And then here is my other colored drawer. And the labels on them I got at the Dollar Tree. And you can just see a quick glimpse of that. So yeah, it gets darker at the bottom, so you won't see much there. Then up here I just have some little solar dancers. Here's my 3-hole punch. And then this, which I still have to label, has all of my Cricut booklets. And this one has all of my embossing folders. And this is just one of those bead fragrance things from the Dollar Tree. And now we're going to turn around slowly. Don't make you dizzy. Here's another Star Wars poster. I got that with my Barnes & Noble collectible book. And it's a pretty small poster, so I just put it there, and that's from Return of the Jedi. And up here is a Harry Potter poster, which you won't be able to see too well because of the glare, but it's just of Harry playing Quidditch. And I put that there. Down here are my stamp binders, and you saw the paper at the beginning, and that tells me what's in each binder. And I also have an inventory on Pinterest, which I can easily look through and see what stamps I have, and then I just look at my list and go to the binder that has that stamp in it. Up here is my slice, and then I have some dry erase markers because I usually have a dry erase calendar here, but it had some personal stuff on it, so I put that away for the video. Over here, I have just my printer. That is one of the marquee hearts. It is facing the other way, but looks like that, which I had to change the lights because they were cut for some reason. But these are from the Dollar Tree, and they worked just as well in the hearts, and they kind of flicker, but I have that there. And then over here are my Barnes & Noble collectible books, which I love, and they are facing the other side. So there's all of them except for the Star Wars one. I have that one somewhere else. Then we'll come back down. This is my cube organizer, and this is the Better Homes and Garden 8 cube organizer, and I was expecting to be able to put the Dollar Tree cubes that measure like 10.5 by 11 in here, and they were way too small. So I had to purchase these cubes from Walmart. They were around $5 each, but they're really big. They measure around 13 inches, so which is nice because I can put 12 by 12 paper in there. So let's come over here, and this is the espresso one. Espresso cube organizer. They had different colors. So I put tags on here. It's gonna get kind of dark over here, but this one says tools and dies, and that just has tools and dies. So my dies are in the front, and then my tools are back there. Down here are fun foam, doilies, bling, and extras are in here. Over here are my thickers, lace and ribbon, and chipboard pieces. So here are all my thickers, and then back here, this one has lace and ribbon, and this one has chipboard pieces. And it is labeled, but I don't want to take it all the way out because it might fall. Down here is my 8x8 paper pads and some extras. This is just foam for stamps, sandpaper, and chipboard, and these are extra accordion folders. And we come up here. This has stickers, which I will share a more detailed video on my sticker storage and organization soon. But this is where I keep all my stickers, and I do have them by category. So they are in there. Down here are my 12 by 12 loose papers. So these are single sheets, and on the front are cardstock, and back here is the pattern paper. Then up here are just extra stamps that really don't fit anywhere, so I just put them in here. And the front has a binder with old dollar stamps from Michaels. And then down here, finally, are all of my 12 by 12 paper pads and white cardstock. And of course, I can't push it in one-handed, so it will stay there. So that was my crafty corner, and I'll quickly turn around so you can get a full view of it again. And if you're interested, here are my Barnes & Noble books, my collection. So I have them here, and then there's my little section. So that is my new crafty corner. I hope you enjoyed watching, and thanks for watching. Bye.